What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. We're still waiting on some parts to complete our 5-speed swap. So in the meantime, we're going to relocate our washer fluid reservoir from the front of the engine to the back, just like that. All right, so as you guys know from the previous video, we eliminated our second air pump system from the passenger side of the engine bay. So what I did was I made a block off plate out of some sheet metal, and I was using some VHT wrinkle paint. And what I also did was I made a bracket right here, incorporated into this plate to hold our coil pack connection, which comes out of the engine right here, hooks up top, and then continues on into this wire harness. So today what I'm going to show you is how we're going to fab up a couple brackets to mount to our existing washer fluid reservoir, and we're going to clean up the engine bay and we're going to mount it right there. We're going to utilize this point against the firewall, and we're going to utilize this point right here, which is going to take a threaded bolt. I just used some common sheet metal that I had laying around the garage. And after I took my tracing paper sample or mock-up, I was able to come up with two different brackets. This is going to mount to the back on the firewall, and this is going to mount straight down on the reservoir and around where our washer fluid pump is going to sit. And this is going to stabilize it up and down, and this guy will take care of our left to right movement. This car, there's a lot of these butt connectors with the wiring, and also it's wrapped in some really ratty electrical tape. Here you have another set. So what we're going to do is we're going to clip out these butt connectors, we're going to strip the wire, and we're going to get a bead of solder on there, and then we're going to hit it with some heat shrink, and then we'll rewrap it and clean it up. Hood support, those are all soldered in, weatherproofed, and rewrapped. I'm eventually going to throw some of this corrugated over all this exposed electrical tape right there. Now, this is our harness that goes into our pump. And then this is the harness that goes into the float to let you know that you're out of washer fluid. And what we want to do is they were coming from over here and they were exiting down here in the front of the vehicle because this is where our tank was before. So what I'm doing now is I'm splicing in brand new wires to extend for the harness on the float. And then we're gonna run these wires through the fender and they're gonna exit right back here behind our positive terminal. And the way we're doing that is we're running some of our tie wire through the hole that we want to exit. And then it comes out here in the front on the other side. We're going to tape that up and we're going to pull it through and we should get this cleaned up. Both brackets are painted up and mounted. Now we're going to set this in place. All of our pigtails for our float and our pump are pulled through the fender, as well as the wiring for this switch right here, which we also tucked underneath the fender right here, and then we ran it out here. You can see that hole right there. All right, so we're gonna get this reservoir put in and we're gonna measure up our wires, see how long we need to make them so we can tuck everything in nice and neat. All right, so the washer reservoir is in. Everything is plumbed and wired. We have our float connection back here. Get this guy off. We have our float connection back here. He goes underneath, but where the wiring for the secondary air pump used to mount, underneath our bottom plate I showed you guys earlier, and it's coming out of the fender right here. And then same thing, we slipped a piece of this corrugated over top of this one, this clip for the pump itself, and I trimmed the pump hose right here. You can see I put a little zip tie on it and brought it around, and then it comes right back up here, and then it's going to feed the two nozzles. But yeah, it looks great, guys. I'm really happy with it. Nice factory look. Clean this up. We got a couple more wires in here we got to figure out what we're going to do with and how we're going to route them. But once I get a good wipe down on this and get the headlights polished and get our brackets made up for this guy, everything's going to be looking good. All right, guys, going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys soon.